Bonitas, grab your cafecitos porque I'm going to be showing you guys a full face of the brand that is actually worth you checking out during the Sephora sale. Sephora collection. They're giving everybody, not just VIB Rouge, 30% off. So that's where you're really going to get the most for your buck. So I'm gonna be doing a full face of Sephora collection makeup as the Sephora savings event is happening right now. I went ahead and did some damage with Sephora collection porque I was like, you know what? That's a really good deal. 30% off for Sephora collection. And let me just tell you, Sephora collection has some really good products. So let's go ahead and start with... I went ahead and purchased 9 things for under $100. I think that's pretty good. We saved ourselves quite a bit of money. So I'm gonna go through all the products that I purchased, but while we go through them, I'm going to be doing my glam. I think I'm gonna start off with the Sephora Bright Eye Patches. These right here, let me just tell you, Sephora collection has really nice skincare and they always have their masks that are typically around like the cash wrap. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to put on the eye patches because I want to hydrate these eyes while I do this glam. So I definitely would recommend the face masks from Sephora collection. They are really nice. Also the eye masks, which is what I'm wearing right now, very, very great quality, very hydrating. And what's so nice is that they have something for everybody. They have different needs. So the one that I'm wearing right now is for brightening, but they also have some for smoothing. They also have hand masks and feet masks. So we're gonna leave these on. And like I said, if you're looking for some really good self-care, for some hydration, especially through this fall and winter, I would highly recommend the sheet masks from Sephora collection, the feet masks, the under eye mask. They have some lip masks too, so they're just really nice to just give lots of good hydration. So these are a winner, and these do retail for $4, but with the 30% off, you get them for $2.80. So we're gonna leave those on. Now we're gonna move on to the eyes. So I saw Sephora collection have the cutest little palettes. These come in different little color schemes. This one is the one that caught my eye the most. But what's really cool about these is that you can switch out the shades in the little palette, which I think is awesome. It's a great way to, you know, use the palette in multiple different ways. So you open it like that, and this looks really nice. This is what it looks like. Comes with a little mirror, which is great, especially for travel purposes. They have a great variety of shades in the little Sephora collection palette. So they have some, there are, you know, browns, some blue tones. This one right here, which this one really did catch my eye. I think this is super cute and fun. Now they have these little mini ones, but they also have the larger ones. This mini palette retails for $10, and I got it for $7 with a 30% off. And then they also do have another palette that's a little bit larger, but these minis are great because, like I said, they're very like on the go friendly, or also if you're somebody that's just starting with makeup or you don't wear a lot of makeup but you want a little eye palette, this is a great way to, you know, pick the shades that you feel like you'll use on a regular basis and go from there. So I'm gonna just start off by going in with this shade right here, the matte in the palette, and I'm going to apply that all over my crease, like so. So the cool thing about Sephora collection is that they just have so much stuff there. They have a full range of beauty products. Like they have everywhere from tools to complexion products to skincare. Like they're luxurious products. I just feel like a lot of times people sleep on Sephora collection because when you walk into Sephora, you get distracted by all the other brands, especially with like new brands coming in all the time, that you're like, wait, Sephora collection? I didn't even think about you, you know? But I'm just looking out for mis bonitas because I know that makeup is expensive. I've been looking at some of the prices on some of the things at Sephora, and I'm like, wait, when did foundation become like $80? Like, what's going on? So just finding a brand that gives you 30% off for the entire collection is really good. So we're gonna go in and play with this shade. I don't know, I'm feeling adventurous today. So we're gonna take this color right here and we're going to apply that all over our lid, like so. And I'm going to just really place that all throughout. That is so pretty. It's like a really pretty like bluish shimmery tone. I don't know why, but this color reminds me of an eyeshadow from Makeup Geek, like back in the day when they had like their pans. I just love a fun eyeshadow moment. I haven't done like a fun eyeshadow moment like this, like just very adventurous in a minute. So I'm like, let's get adventurous. These are really good quality too. Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and go back in with the matte shade and kind of like wrap that up on this side. So, and then also over here. So you can see. I'm gonna go ahead and take the next product, which is going to be mascara. So I'm gonna try the Love the Lift mascara by Sephora collection. This one is $15, and for the discount you get it for $10 instead of $15. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and curl the lashes. Now the lash curler is not Sephora collection, it's actually Shiseido, but this is definitely worth investing in during the Sephora sale. The Shiseido lash curler, it is the best, my go-to. This is your chance to buy it right now. So this is what the wand looks like. It's a nice curved wand, and I'm just going to go in and coat every single one of these lashes. I'm very picky as of lately on the mascaras I use. The top that I love from Sephora are the House Labs, which I mentioned in my Sephora guide for the savings event. I also really have been obsessed with the Tartelette tubing mascara and the Tartelette tubing primer. So if you want another really good mascara and primer, that's amazing. But we're gonna see what this does for us. If this, I mean, this one is definitely giving us separation, which is good. Like my lashes do not look clumpy. I do feel like it's giving me lift. Like it's keeping the lift that the lash curler gave us. Something else I do want to mention, bonitas, is Sephora collection's little gift sets are super cute. So just keep those in mind during the Sephora savings event right now, because if you are doing some early Christmas shopping, or you're doing like stocking stuffer shopping, or you're doing like Secret Santa shopping, like you're trying to get all those things ahead, I would definitely look into the Sephora collection holiday sets. They have different sets. They have one that has mascaras. They have one that has like a blush and a brush in there. They also have one that has glosses. So you have several options, which I think is great. Okay, I mean, the mascara isn't bad. I don't think it's giving as much volume as I would like it to give. I do think though it's giving me separation. So if you're somebody that wants their lashes to like look more natural and like separated, I think this is really nice. I think it'll make it look like you have individual lashes on, or like a lash lift, because it's definitely giving us the curl for sure. But I think for me, because I'm just finally getting my lashes to really grow out, it's not giving me the most volume right away. But I will recoat them in a little bit to kind of see how that goes. But I mean, just first impressions, looks cute, right? So now I'm gonna go ahead and take these off because we're done with the eyes, and we definitely got lots of great hydration on the under eyes from these little under eye masks. Do not sleep on Sephora Collection's mask. So now we're gonna move on to some skincare. So Sephora Collection had this product that really intrigued me, and it is this right here. Like I said, Sephora Collection does have skincare, and this is the Clear and Purify Hydrating and Mattifying Oil-Free Gel Cream. So this is great for a combination to oily skin. It's going to reduce the appearance of 3 signs of the skin, which are the imperfections like blackheads, excess sebum, uneven skin texture, for purified skin, lasting hydration, and mattifying. So it says to apply the cream every day, AM and PM, and can also be used as makeup primer, which is another reason I wanted to really test this out. Now this one was the most expensive thing I purchased, and this originally retails for $20, but I got it for $14. With those 30% off, you were saving yourself $6. When you open it, it looks like this, so you can just apply it directly to the skin. Okay, so immediately it melts into the skin like a gel-like consistency, which I like because sometimes when you try it out, especially if you have oily skin, you may know this, when you try out certain moisturizers that target oily skin, as soon as you apply them, they feel very like dry, or they can just kind of like not blend easily into the skin. And I like the fact that this is a gel consistency, which is very, very lightweight, and it kind of just melts into the skin like water. So we did one side, this side, and this is with no product. You do want to give it a few minutes to dry down, just to kind of absorb in. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and take foundation. So you guys know what I'm gonna say already because I've been talking about this foundation quite often. And this is the Sephora Collection Best Skin Ever Foundation. This one is in the shade 19N. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it. It comes with this little applicator, and then we're gonna pump some out like so. And I'm just gonna take a sponge and begin applying it on this side of the face. Now this is a natural finish foundation, and I really love how it works. And then I'm going to start to blend it into the other side of the face as well. And for the foundation, I am using shade 19N. I find that this shade works perfect, which we love to see it. So now we're gonna go ahead and use the contour stick that I have right here. I'm very excited about this contour stick because, you know, we always gravitate towards, you know, the super high-end contour sticks at Sephora, but I've never looked into these. So, ooh, this is a true contour shade. It's gonna give us good shadow. After further review, something is just not adding up. I don't know if you guys can see it. Foundation looks beautiful, but there's pilling. And I am not happy with the pilling. And to be honest, I was speaking so highly about this, but the Sephora Collection Hydrating and Mattifying Oil-Free Gel Cream, it's causing pilling. It's causing some pilling on my, oh no, oh no. Oh no, it's causing everything to blend. Look at that. Do you see that? See, this is why I like to do these videos of full face of Sephora Collection, so I can tell you what to buy and what not to buy. Oh no, 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 no. Okay, bonitas, this is not worth it. I'm gonna return this and use the money towards my Road Barrier Butter that I really want to get, the overnight barrier butter. Oh God, and I love this foundation so much, but I think I may have to redo the foundation because everything is pilling from this moisturizer. Okay, bonitas, I wanted to come back on camera to reapply the foundation. I was originally not going to, just because I was like, nobody wants to see me put on this foundation all over again, but I'm showing you this because I want you to see how we don't have any issues with the foundation anymore now that moisturizer is off the face. Oh my goodness. See, this is why these type of videos are great, because now you know what to stay away from. Look, I definitely want you to get that 30% off, but there's certain things that may still not be worth you saving 30% off on, and I don't think that that moisturizer from Sephora Collection is good for us oily skin people, or anybody, honestly. It does say that it's a makeup primer as well, but I'm like, I don't know. I wouldn't use it as a makeup primer, not after that experience. And you can see how beautifully this covers my redness. I do have rosacea, and it covers it so well. Like, I truly love this foundation. I think for every day, this is a great foundation. If you're looking to splurge on a good everyday foundation, this is fantastic. Now that we took that moisturizer off, this looks good. Like, at first I was like, maybe it's the sponge, but I'm like, I used the sponge this morning and I didn't have this issue. Yeah, no, it's not the sponge. It is just this foundation. So we have the foundation on, again, 19N, one of my favorites. I have a wear test, which you can watch. I will link it down below. Now we're gonna move on to contouring, finally. Again, so we're gonna just be taking the contour stick by Sephora Collection. This one is in the shade light to medium, and we're going to place it in the areas where we want to create some shadow. This is a very creamy stick. Oh shoot. Of course, I almost forgot to put on the mic. Ah! And I am adding some dimension. I like how creamy this contour stick is. Creaminess is good on it. I did also pick up the Blush and Go. Okay. Ooh, I like this applicator. I'm gonna go ahead and... Ooh, it's like a little sponge. This is kind of cute. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and do the concealer. I'm gonna do some on each side, like so. This concealer is also from the Best Skin Ever line, and this one is in 11Y. It's a natural finish medium to full coverage concealer. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start off by blending out the blush and the contour to see how this does. Okay, this blends much, much better. It's a pretty pink. Then I'm gonna go and blend. Okay, thank goodness, no more pilling, because you bonita saw that pilling was insane. We're putting the contour right under the blush to kind of just create that shadow right there. I still need to see if this is a contour that I could see myself using more often, because with neutral undertones, sometimes it's a little hard to find a good contour shade that doesn't look a little too gray. I love how easily this contour blends into the foundation, into the skin. Like, it just blends so seamlessly. It actually blends into a very natural type of finish, the nose contour, and I really do like and appreciate that, because I feel like sometimes the colors are just way too intense and pigmented, but this to me seems like it's still a pretty like natural type of look. Like, it's not like too much, you know? And I appreciate the fact that there's no pilling. Now I'm gonna take the Sephora Collection brush, which do not sleep on Sephora Collection brushes. Lately I've been doing this step where I do my concealer after I apply my brush, my blush, and my contour, because I feel like if you go a little heavy-handed with a blush or contour, you can go back in with the concealer to kind of just further blend it out and have it look a little bit more softer. Ooh, this is so pretty. These complexion products together working really nice. Very seamless and effortless. Now, the one thing I did not get from Sephora Collection, just because I already have my tried and trues, is loose powder. So I'm just going in with Huda Beauty's Ultra Peach Powder. The reason I'm mentioning it is because it's on sale right now at Sephora, so you could also get a sale from that one. But I was just like, I'm not going to spend more money than I need to if I don't have to. You know, if I have something that works, why would I, you know, spend more money? And that's kind of how I also want you guys to think about the sale. It's like, what do I actually need? That's why I wanted to do this video where I tried on a bunch of Sephora Collection products, because yes, that's where you'll get your best discount, but also there may be some stuff that's not good. For example, the moisturizer. So it's nice to, you know, get some feedback on what works and what doesn't. I like this blush a lot. It's very, very pretty, very natural. Like I said, it's, ooh, I don't want it to spill all over. It's called On The Go, and it's really nice. Like, look at that applicator. Very, very cute. It's a liquid formula, easily melts into the skin and just looks stunning. I also really like the contour stick. I feel like these two are really great products. I also have the concealer, which is another one that I think is really pretty. Honestly, I feel like these 4 complexion products I would recommend, especially this one, because you guys know I've been using this, but this one, but everything else looks really cute. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go in with one of the Sephora Collection holiday sets. This is their lip tint and their lip liner, which I think these sets are super cute because you get 2 products in one, especially if you love a good lip combo. Sometimes it's easier for them to already be there for you. So you're just like, oh, okay. you know, and Sephora is known for their great lip liners. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this up, and here you do get the lip liner and you get a lip tint. So the lip liner in here is the shade Perfect Beige. So I'm gonna go ahead and, oh, okay, good. I'm like, can I see this color? This is a really nice wearable color. These are like a gel pencil, so they're very creamy. This is like a really nice everyday lip liner. It has like a subtle shadow that I can give the lips to make them look a little bit more pouty. For me personally, I really like a lip liner that gives me lots of dimension. This one is more so on the natural side. I'm not mad about it. It's cute. And just so you can see, that's what it looks like. So it's a color that definitely gives dimension to the lips, but not like intense dimension. Okay, so then I'm gonna use the Totally Juicy lip tint. And I'm gonna have, ooh, this is cute. Wait. That is cute. And this consistency is nice. This is gonna tint our lips a little bit. You can already see it. I feel like it picked up pigment as it went on the lips, right? Wait, I actually like this. I was doubting it for a second. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, wait, am I gonna like this? Oh no, that is really cute. And it'll tint the lips so you don't have to worry about reapplying this. Me gusta. And again, it comes in a little holiday set. There's also another color that's a little bit deeper that can be more of like a statement. So that's always the best when you have options. This one does retail for, let's see. These retail for $20 too, like that moisturizer, and it ends up being $14. So that is pretty much the full face of Sephora collection products that I tried out. Now let's kind of do a recap on everything. I honestly really enjoyed everything except for the moisturizer. The moisturizer is going back to Sephora, and I'm gonna use that money towards my Rhode skincare product that I want, the Berry Butter. This is just not it for me. At first it did. At first I was like, oh wow, this is gonna be amazing. But then when I applied my foundation on top, I'm like, wait, my foundation has never looked like this. It's pilling, it's literally like separating. And then I was like, wait, maybe it's my sponge. Then I went in with my contour and I was like, oh no, redo the base. And we applied the foundation all over again with no moisturizer. And now you can see how pretty it looks. It just looks so much nicer, so much better. And it really did its job. You also want to talk about the other complexion products because they're also really nice. I went in with the blush. They have different liquid blushes, so you have options for the blushes. This one I do like because it's definitely more natural. It's for the person who likes more so of a natural color. Like I said, you could go in with it and add a little bit more because I feel like it's a very easy to use product. Like you don't need to apply too much and it'd be like, whoa, way too blushed out. Like there's no such thing as blush blindness with this blush because it just gives such a little pop, like a soft pop of color. I also like the fact that it doesn't like dry down too quickly. Sometimes some liquid blushes just dry down too fast. This one gives like just enough time to dry down. It also is such a lightweight product, so it doesn't feel heavy on the skin. The contour, also very impressed with these. Very creamy, easy to wear formula, easy to use formula, blends like a dream. Once we took off that moisturizer, this was perfection, blended like a dream. It would be cool to see also some warm shades of like maybe like bronzer sticks. I think that would be great as well because I do think this formula is so nice. Competes very easily with the other high-end formulas at Sephora in terms of sticks. So this is definitely something I would like to see some bronzer ones in because I think that it could do a beautiful job of really being a statement piece for Sephora collection products. So if you're looking for a good contour stick but want to save some cash, this is fantastic. This one is $9.80 with the discount. So that's a great deal. Again, you're looking at drugstore prices when shopping Sephora collection during this Sephora savings event. And then obviously you have here the concealer, which is great. This is a really great concealer. This with the foundation, match made in heaven. And the lip, I really enjoy. At first I was like, hopefully this lip doesn't fail me like the moisturizer. It ended up giving a really nice tint. I feel like the color enhanced as it was on the lips, the tint did. And the lip liner ended up working really well. At first I was like, it's gonna be too light for my liking, because if you guys watch my videos, you know I always like to have a brown lip liner, but no, I think this, with the eyes and all that, I think it tied in very, very well. This is the full face using Sephora collection. I hope that you bonitas enjoyed watching this. I wanted to share this, like I said earlier, because right now during the Sephora savings event, this is the brand that you're going to get the most for your buck. 30% off for anybody to shop. Sephora collection is amazing. Really great quality makeup products. A brand that just really does a beautiful job with complexion products. So definitely shop that collection if you are looking for really good makeup, because it's gonna end up being drugstore prices. I will have everything linked down below in my description box. Also, I'm not sure if you guys could see, but as I was speaking about each one of these products, they would pop up on the screen so you can shop them while you're watching this video. But this is it, bonitas. I hope that you enjoyed watching this full face of Sephora collection makeup that you should or shouldn't check out during the Sephora savings event. With that being said, I hope you guys have a fabulous day. Don't forget to stay safe, stay blessed, and stay beautiful. Y nos vemos pronto. Oh, let me know what other Sephora savings event videos you want to see, because I'm trying to package them all in before the sale ends later, or at the end. I think next week it'll end. But yeah, just shop it now. Everything will be down below, and happy shopping. Adios.